Welcome back to Digital Rage. I'm Jeff, the producer here at Buyer Company. This is part 6 of our cybersecurity marketing series. Today we talk about lead generation for cybersecurity that doesn't waste budget. We have a bunch of great strategies here that we've used, and we give real-world examples, so let's get after it.
Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Have you ever felt like you're pouring money into a marketing funnel, but the leads, well, they're just not quite right? You know, like you're attracting a lot of noise, maybe, but not much genuine interest. If you've ever battled that feeling of a full funnel, empty pipeline, then you are definitely in the right place today. Our mission is to cut through all that noise and really zero in on a specific challenge. It's widely relevant, though, lead generation. And we're looking specifically at the intricate world of cybersecurity marketing. We've done a deep dive into this really insightful article. It's called Lead Generation for Cybersecurity That Doesn't Waste Budget. It's by Jeff Buyer, published June 2025, and it's part of a larger cybersecurity marketing series. What immediately grabs your attention, I think, is the core premise. It's not about chasing more leads. It's about relentlessly pursuing better ones. Yeah, the article doesn't really pull any punches. It directly addresses how to avoid, draining your budget on the tire tickers, the unqualified prospects or users who just bounce after a free trial. It's a direct response to a very common frustration.
You've really hit on the key distinction right away there. So many businesses are still chasing that myth of more is better, right? And they often overlook the hidden costs. Nurturing unqualified leads the time, the resources, maybe even the reputational damage from irrelevant outreach. It can all erode any perceived gain pretty quickly. So this article's immediate pivot to better leads. It isn't just about efficiency. It's really about avoiding that costly common trap, especially in these highly specialized markets like cybersecurity. Makes you think, what's the true cost of a bad lead in any industry?
Right. So the article sets the stage by saying pretty bluntly, you don't need more leads, you need better ones. And it makes a compelling case that in cybersecurity specifically, it's incredibly easy to just bleed money on prospects who will frankly never convert. So what's the fix? What's the fundamental shift in approach the author is advocating for here?
Well, the author lays out a really powerful three-pronged approach. It's target smarter, qualify faster, and offer real value. And this isn't just about minor tweaks, It's a fundamental reevaluation. How do you actually engage potential customers? It's about moving past those, let's call them vanity metrics, to genuinely connect with people who have a real bona fide need. This perspective really pushes us, I think, to think critically about every single step, every part of that lead gen journey.
Okay, let's dive into those smart strategies then. The article first tackles SEO, but like you said, it's not just about getting more traffic, is it? It's about what the author calls SEO that targets pain point keywords. What does that actually mean for someone trying to, get informed quickly and maybe apply this?
Okay, so the core idea here is basically abandoning the hunt for those generic, high-volume buzzwords, things everyone searches for. Instead, you focus on what are called buyer intent queries. These aren't just search terms. They're direct expressions of genuine problems or needs. Imagine someone typing in, say, how to prevent ransomware in AWS. They're not just browsing. Right?
No, definitely not.
They're actively seeking a solution, probably to a very specific, maybe even urgent problem. That's a completely different kind of searcher.
And the source gives some really clear examples, these exact pain point keywords. It mentions how to prevent ransomware in AWS, HIPAA-compliant endpoint security, and also a risk assessment template for small businesses.
Yeah, and what stands out is how these phrases, they aren't just technical jargon. They sort of embody a specific challenge, maybe even a fear. Take HIPAA-compliant endpoint security. That's referring to security that meets the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act standards crucial in healthcare in the U.S. So by optimizing for terms like that, you're ensuring the people finding your content are precisely those grappling with these actual issues. This approach means you attract people actively looking to solve real problems, which naturally leads to much higher quality leads, less wasted effort. It kind of makes you wonder, how precisely do we frame our own questions when we're searching online for truly relevant answers?
That's a good point. Okay, so once you've identified those pain points through SEO, the next challenge is, how do you directly reach the right people? And the article has a very clear recommendation for cybersecurity: LinkedIn ads by job title and industry. Why LinkedIn, specifically for this niche?
Well, LinkedIn's strength, I think, comes from recognizing that cybersecurity buyers, they're a, quote, niche and busy audience. That's how the article puts it. And unlike maybe other platforms, LinkedIn offers this unparalleled precision targeting.
Right.
You can literally go where they are professionally instead of just hoping they stumble upon your ad somewhere else online. It really streamlines the whole targeting process.
Yeah, and it explicitly recommends going after specific security decision makers, like CISOs, Chief Information Security Officers, heads of IT, compliance directors, and then, crucially, filtering even further by industry, company size, region. And it stresses using really clear calls to action with very specific offers, like download our healthcare data risk checklist, not just learn more.
Exactly. And this strategy highlights something important: understanding your audience's professional environment. It's just as vital as understanding their pain points. It's about spending less budget on, broad reach and investing more in direct, relevant engagement. For a B2B audience, especially in a specialized field like cyber, reaching a right person with the right message can prevent just immense waste.
Yeah.
It's a crucial consideration for any business, really. How much more effective is that targeted message compared to just like a scattergun approach, even if it feels like you're reaching fewer people initially?
Absolutely. So, okay, you've optimized your SEO for the right searchers. You've hyper-targeted your ads on LinkedIn to reach specific individuals. What do you actually offer them once you've captured their attention? The article makes a pretty bold statement here. Generic ebooks don't cut it anymore. So what kind of high-value lead magnets does it suggest instead?
Right. So the source argues for providing tools, things that genuinely help prospects do their job better.
Yeah.
Moving beyond just, educational content.
All right, like background info.
Exactly. Moving towards something actionable, immediately useful. What truly stands out is that emphasis on immediate utility, problem solving. This isn't just information they're downloading. It's like a direct aid for their daily challenges.
And the examples given are incredibly practical. Things like ROI calculators that help estimate your breach risk savings, or assessment checklists like, are you ready for NIS2 or a CMMC? And benchmark reports showing where your peers are investing in 2025.
Yeah, think about that for a second. An ROI calculator. That helps a prospect immediately quantify a potential return on investment. Makes building a business case much easier. Or an assessment checklist for, say, NIS2, that's the EU's updated security directive, or CMMC, which is crucial for U.S. defense contractors, that provides direct guidance for compliance. These aren't just info downloads, they are direct aids for decision-making, for problem-solving. They equip your audience to actually act. Which begs the question, right? Are you just informing your audience, or are you actually empowering them, giving them the means to take concrete action? That's the profound difference between just an educational asset and a truly high-value lead magnet.
That makes a lot of sense. So after exploring these different strategies, the SEO, the LinkedIn ads, the high-value magnets, what does this all mean for someone trying to get better at lead gen maybe, or even just understand how businesses are effectively reaching the right people today? The article's final words section really ties it all together, quite powerfully, I thought.
Yeah, it does. The core message is crystal clear. If your funnel is full but your pipeline is empty, it's time to rethink your targeting strategy. Simple as that. And it reiterates, the best leads don't come from the biggest reach. They come from the clearest pain points. It's a really stark reminder that in complex B2B sales, especially precision, it will always triumph over sheer volume. It makes you consider how fundamentally critical it is to truly understand the granular needs of your audience, not just casting a wide net and hoping for the best.
Yeah. This deep dive into cybersecurity lead generation has really illuminated the power of precision. Precision over just, sheer volume. It's not just about attracting someone, it's about attracting the right someone. And you do that by understanding their specific problems and offering genuinely actionable solutions. We've seen how targeting those pain point keywords in SEO, using hyper-focused LinkedIn ads, and offering high-value actionable lead magnets, how that can transform that full funnel empty pipeline problem, turn it into a strategic success, actually, saving budget and driving real results.
And this whole concept of actionable value, it really extends far beyond just marketing, doesn't it? It's about understanding the specific, maybe acute needs of an individual, whether they're a customer, a colleague, maybe even yourself, and providing them with not just information, but insights or tools or guidance that let them do something constructive to actually move forward.
That's a great point. So here's a provocative thought to leave you with. In what areas are you seeking information? Could be for work, could be personal growth. And how can you apply this principle we've discussed, focusing on pain points and demanding actionable value? How can you use that to get not just more information, but better, more useful insights from the world around you? Maybe the next time you're trying to learn something new, you'll think about what kind of lead magnet, what kind of tool or specific insight would truly help you solve a problem or make a decision, rather than just, consuming more general data.
Reach out to us at jbuyer.com for comments and questions. Follow us at Buyer Company on social media, and if you'd be so kind, please rate and review us in your podcast app.